What up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Nigel Henderson, also known as Chef, also known as Nigel with the Knife. That's also my Instagram handle. I am a chef from from Los Angeles, California, by way of New Orleans, Louisiana. I grew up in Mid-City, Los Angeles. Started cooking at a very young age, and actually found my passion for cooking a lot later after a career in entertainment. I had the opportunity to move to New Orleans and work under the tutelage of the late, great Leah Chase. And needless to say, my first encounter, she pulled a knife on me and said, "Don't you mess up my food." So I'm still here to this day. So I must have did something correct. With that note, we're talking about New Orleans, and for obvious reasons, Jazz Fest is canceled, but it would have been the last weekend of Jazz Fest. So in honor of Jazz Fest, I'm going to be cooking a New Orleans treat. This New Orleans treat, is barbecued shrimp. And no, it's not the barbecue that you think of. There's no grill, there is no smoking, and there is no fire involved. But there is a ton of garlic, a ton of Worcestershire, and a lot of cracked pepper, and that's what makes this recipe really, really dope. If you want to find the recipe, you can go to www.thefeast.la. I have a bunch of recipes up there and a little bit more information about me. I am a private chef. I also teach at a school called the Gourmandise School for Sweet and Savories. And I host this really dope ass podcast called the Gumbo Pot Podcast. So make sure you follow that. Also, make sure you subscribe to it. Tell a friend. We need more followers, and we basically talk with people about the creative process and everything that goes into it. And we talk to everyone from chefs to musicians to celebrities, the gambit. So again, my name is Nigel Henderson. I'm going to be making barbecued shrimp. The recipe is at www.thefeast.la, and we're going to get started. First things first. When you're cooking, when I was growing, or as a cook, as a chef, as I was matriculating through these different kitchens, I was always told, you got to cook from in here. You got to cook from your gut. You got to cook from your heart. And so that's what we're going to do today. We got good vibes. I got music in the background. We're going to be cooking with some beautiful shrimp, and we're going to do this thing. So first things first, for the recipe, I have 2 tablespoons of rosemary, dry rosemary. I have a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper for heat. We talking about New Orleans and Creole food. You got to make sure you got that heat. And make sure you got a little lanyard for extra too. After that, got our dried oregano. Okay? Booyah. So those 3 dry ingredients, we're going to make sure we give it a little mix. That's going to kind of be our base for this recipe. A lot of Creole cuisine has definitely a lot of flavor, but also a lot of slow braises. We use a lot of roux to thicken soups and whatnot, and it's very rich and beautiful. So if you've never been to New Orleans, you better make sure you get down there, especially after all this stuff is done, and we can celebrate with our friends and family. All right, next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to chop this onion. As you can see, I've already halved this onion. Half of it, booyah. Notice the tip, notice the root. I am actually going to keep the root because as I cut, I need something to hold the onion together. So really quickly, booyah, I'm going to take the top of that off. Ew. I can't cry in front of you guys. This onion is very ripe. All right, peel that back. Notice I still have the roots on the back of it. Saving this for compost. Yes, I'm that guy. And we're going to do a horizontal cut, about 1/8 of an inch up. And we're not going to cut all the way through the root. We're just going to come right to it. We're going to go another about a third and 1/8 of an inch. A little space between. All right. Booyah. Oops. Booyah. Okay. And now, as you can see, we have cuts here. And now we're going to go straight down the center and follow these veins in the onion. Okay. Now, this recipe, there's a couple different ways to do this recipe. If I was in New Orleans right now, I could actually possibly get some fresh Gulf shrimp with the heads on, the heads on and the shells on. This recipe you can do it two ways. We're going to saute it, but you can also bake it. Uh, Baking it, you want to make sure that you have um, the heads on and make sure you have the shells because it's going to sit in the oven for about 30 minutes. You're not looking to overcook your shrimp, and the shells are kind of a barrier. For this recipe, I actually have the shells on, but they're cleaned and deveined. And so with that, I'm going to do it on a saute pan, so it's a little bit of a quicker version of it. All right. So that is our onions. It's already chopped. Booyah. All right. Got my onions on now, and we're going to drop our butter, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Butter makes everything better. So I got my butter in there, 4 ounces. Booyah. We're going to let that roll. And while that is cooking on a medium-high heat, I am going to mince garlic. Let me give you a quick hack on garlic. Instead of chopping it like this, I'm going to go from the back. Bow, 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 bow. Mince garlic, okay? Boom. So I moved to New Orleans probably about 8 years ago. And during Jazz Fest, it's a 2-weekend long festival that features obviously music because it's called Jazz Fest, but the food out there is amazing. Uh, when I went for the first time, I was introduced to this dish called crawfish bread. Uh, and everybody loved crawfish bread. I fell in love with it as well. And from that, I was actually able. Oh, excuse me. The other thing about Jazz Fest, it only comes once a year, obvious. So the food that you can get at Jazz Fest only comes around once a year. So, you got folks fiending. So back to the crawfish bread. When I moved there, I started a food truck called the Nola Truck. And we did a lot of cuisine that was kind of a new look or a new approach to comfort and Southern and Creole, etc. And so I created crawfish grilled cheese. And needless to say, cheese and crawfish and onions and garlic, people love it. So, booyah, booyah. Uh, all right, all right, all right. So that's coming together. You got the onions, you got the garlic. Again, on medium-high heat, and we're just letting that melt. Now, saying, what is this black stuff? This is actually fermented garlic. Uh, I had it. It's amazing. I got it from Trader Joe's. So, yeah, it's not one of those pantry items that's too crazy. But I have it, and, yeah, I'm going to use it for this dish. And it gives it a little bit of extra oomph. Fermented garlic has a sweet and pungent flavor to it. It's not very offsetting, and it's just going to add a little extra oomph to this whole dish. And don't worry, it cleans off of your board with no issues. All right. All right. So this is coming together. It smells amazing in here, and it's also very, very, very hot. But that's a good thing. Again, if you're looking for the recipe for this barbecued shrimp, you can go to www.thefeast.la, and the recipe is posted there. A little background about this recipe. When I first started working at Dickie Chase Restaurant, Edgar Chase, he's Leah Chase's grandson, he taught me how to make it. And it was one of the most simple dishes, but it packed so much flavor. And I mean, you can't go wrong with garlic, butter, uh, shrimp. I mean, the Gulf shrimp in New Orleans is amazing as well. So that's where it originated. Obviously, I added my little twang to it with this fermented garlic. And then also, I had a compound butter that I made the other day, and it has seaweed in it. So we're gonna finish off this situation with a little bit of that compound butter, and that's gonna get us where we need to go. All right. Ooh, that's about to make me cry, baby. Ooh, all these onions. Next. You hear that? We got to do it. 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 Healthy amount of cracked pepper. Not that store-bought already cracked pepper. Don't cheat yourself. Make sure you get one of these and use cracked pepper. Remember that spice blend that we had? Booyah. It is now in there, and it's building, it's building, it's building. I wish you guys could smell what's going on in this kitchen right now. Now this dish, this is one of those dishes that you serve with just some warm French bread, and you got a cold beer, or even a little shot of whiskey, and you're in the game. Um, and you want to also be very mindful. You don't want to add too much salt on the front end. Too much salt on the front end, you can't take it away at the back. All right, boom. And for good measure, I have a little Creole seasoning here. I'm gonna just toss a little bit of that in there for good measure, and all that good stuff. All right. See these comments coming in. Yep, we celebrating Jazz Fest. We festing at home right now, you guys, in Nigel's quarantine kitchen. If you're just tuning in, make sure you follow me at Nigel with the knife on Instagram. My catering culinary events company, the Feast LA, is also on there. And yeah, you can you can find out everything, Nigel. You can also see some really great recipes. And now we're gonna jump in with the shrimp. Okay. Like I said earlier, normally I would opt for the shrimp with the head on and the shells completely on because they serve as a barrier, especially if you're going to do this type of recipe and bake the shrimp. I wish you guys could smell it. My house is going to smell like it for a while. All right. All right. All right. Want to make sure we get these in here and we turn them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to turn these. This is actually the only time we're going to turn these. We're not going to keep stirring this. We're going to let the oils from the butter kind of release and relax and relate. And we're going to let it do what it's due. All right. Stirring it doesn't give you the same result also. So that's why we're doing that here. So bow. Everybody, make sure you sign up to Stimulus TV. They're doing some great things for the people, for the people. Uh, Coming back to you. We got this Worcestershire sauce. Now, I'm just gonna go heavy-handed with it. It's one of the building blocks for this recipe. It's beautiful. Uh, Worcestershire sauce. Don't ask me to spell it. Uh, but oh yeah, that's what it needs. It's a lot of butter and a lot of Worcestershire sauce. Mm, smells real good. So right now, I'm on high heat, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we can do high heat because we got the shells on. All right. What are we looking like? Ooh, it's already been only 15 minutes. Got a long time to go. All right, let's pull this down a little bit so people can see. I wish you guys could smell. So with this, you want to make sure that you let it come together. You're not looking to stir it. You're looking to shake it. You're looking to bring it together. All right. Bow. Shout out to my man Seth Brundle. A couple days ago, we got on a live situation, and we had a happy hour. If you check out www.thefeast.la, we'll be showing you some footage from that and some recipes. He's a really dope cook, really great person, and really good people. All right, so this has started to go. It started to rip, and now we're gonna add our shrimp stock. Now, shrimp stock, most people don't have it. If you can buy it at the store, it's very expensive. But simply, I was making shrimp and grits the other day, and I needed to make stock. So celery, onions, carrots, a little bit of herb, a little bit of seasoning, let that boil out, strain it, shrimp stock. And there you have it. And so we're adding that. The shrimp stock is going to bring this recipe home. It's going to give you that extra oomph, and it's going to enhance the shrimp flavor, because again, this is barbecue shrimp. All right. Boom. We're almost in the home stretch, folks. I know I might have rushed a little bit because we got some time, so we're gonna talk. We got any questions coming out there? Anybody got any questions? I guess I'm gonna check this out. You guys can donate now and help the Stimulus TV COVID-19 relief effort in partnership with the United Nations. So everyone in those comments, make sure you check that out. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Notice I'm not stirring this around. I'm letting those flavors come together. I'm bringing it here. And then, ooh, smell it. I wish you could smell it. All right. Some of you may be a little nervous about all this butter, but again, butter makes everything better. We're getting close to the home stretch, and I'm gonna finish it with what I have here, which is a compound butter. I fortified this with chopped seaweed, so to give it a little bit of umami. And I had it, and so for shits and giggles, we're gonna throw this in here, and it's gonna bring it out a little extra. So that's that. I'm gonna chop some parsley here for you guys. And then also we're gonna finish with this beer. And a quick shout out to Golden Road Hazy LA IPA, excuse me, Golden Road Brewery, who supplied us with the Hazy LA IPA. I had a pop-up that was going to benefit the Dookie Chase Foundation, and due to COVID, we had to postpone it. And so Golden Road was one of our sponsors. And so I've been cooking a lot with it. Some great products out there. They have a guava dia, which makes a really good, nice beer, and yeah, it tastes beautiful. So yeah, that's Golden Road. Shouts out to them. All right, I'm gonna chop this parsley. This shrimp is going. I'm gonna cut it down just a little bit because I'm not trying to kill it. Yeah. So I wonder what you guys cooking in these kitchens today. What's your guilty pleasures? Mine, I definitely know, has been hot dogs. Don't clown, or if you clown, I don't care. But I definitely love my hot dogs, and I've just been experimenting with all different types of recipes. I'm doing a lot of canning, pickling, making my own ingredients, and things like that. So uh, again, if you want to follow that journey, I'm posting a lot of those recipes on www.thefeast.la. You can find it in the comments. Boom. How are we looking? How are we looking? Yeah, hot dogs, baby. Don't judge. I wish you guys could see the beauty that's going on right now. So we're gonna flip these shrimp because I want to make sure that they're getting all the love that they deserve. Oh, I wish I could see this right now. I wish you could smell this right now. We're gonna put it in your face in a second, but damn, my folks from down there, they know about this. My first time having it outside the Dookie Chase was at a spot called Mr. B's Bistro outside of the French Quarter. They make a damn good barbecue shrimp. All right, getting a little facial, and then wrong with a little shrimp facial. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can do this, ladies and gentlemen, without getting too. Ooh, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you smell it? It's coming along. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Got our parsley chopped up. Doo, 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 doo. All right. So next, I'm going to add this beer. And ladies and gentlemen, this is coming close to the end of the recipe. We'll cut that down a little bit. Again, I'm not shaking. I'm not stirring this. I'm letting it come together. And all those juices are looking beautiful. Now, one thing we want to do is taste what we're cooking. A lot of folks, especially in the classes that I teach, they're always surprised when I stop them in the middle of cooking and ask them to taste what they've cooked so far. Uh, you have to taste what you're cooking, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you know if you're doing something right. That's how you know if you put too much salt or not enough. Uh, and it is what it is. So, mm, spicy, sweet from the Worcestershire sauce. Uh, and when we add this butter, it's gonna come together really well. So again, I'm gonna add a little bit more cracked pepper to this recipe. Uh, Mind you, we also got a little bit of the Jazz Fest music playing in the background on Spotify. But I don't know if you can hear it or not. But it sounds good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming there. So now I have French bread that this is mandatory. You need to serve this French bread hot and crispy with all of this buttered shrimp love. If you don't do that, you playing around, okay? But yeah. You're gonna let that go for about 15-ish minutes. That's about 325. Uh, let's see what we got. Yeah, you guys need a smell widget so people can smell this because it is amazing. Let's see if we can bring it together. If you're just tuning in, again, my name is Nigel Henderson. I'm from Los Angeles, California, by way of New Orleans, Louisiana. We're celebrating Jazz Fest. What I have in front of me is a beautiful pot of barbecued shrimp. And no, this is not barbecued shrimp. There's no grill involved. There's no smoke and there's no fire. This is New Orleans style barbecue shrimp. It involves a ton of butter. It involves cayenne pepper. It involves garlic. And it involves a lot of Worcestershire sauce. Say that 20 times fast, 20 times again. We're about halfway through the recipe right now. We're kind of just letting this go. I have the shrimps in here. They're beautiful. The scrimps, as some folks know it. It's coming together. We got the garlic. We got the black garlic. It's all coming and it's beautiful and it's making my face sweat. And I can't wait to eat it. So yeah, we got any questions? Any more questions? No questions? Wonder how my folks are doing out there. Again, shout out to all my people from New Orleans. Shout out to my people in LA. I hope you are at home. I hope you are social distancing. I know it's hard. It's hot. It's beautiful outside. We want to all go outside and party. And trust me, cabin fever is real. But the longer we stretch this out, the longer we gonna be stuck at home. And trust me, I need to get back to work because I'm going crazy. Cheers to that. Anybody else drinking today? Anybody? What you guys drinking out there? I'm drinking this warm beer, but I'm about to jump into an old fashioned. I definitely know that. Shout out to my boys in New Orleans, the Coterie. This weekend, again, would have been Jazz Fest weekend, and my boys throw a nice little crawfish boil after the Jazz Fest, and everyone in New Orleans is pops up in there. Even last year, the mayor who's holding New Orleans down, she was there. So shout out to the Coterie. I was just down there for Mardi Gras, and we rocked it as we usually do during Mardi Gras, and it was beautiful. So boom, those my boys. I love them to death. Yeah. All right. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. Make sure you guys sign up for the Stimulus TV so that you can see all these cooking situations on Sunday. I think I'm closing down the day today with this last recipe. They're doing some really great stuff out there. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. How's it looking? Got a lot of time, right? My producer's out there. She's holding me down. It's my producer, my significant other, my roommate, my business partner. Uh, we share an office space. It's in Inglewood. We don't drive each other's crazy yet. Knock on wood. She's holding it down though. All right, we got questions. Blue milk making. This is actually the base for a barbecue shrimp. This is a combination of garlic, butter, Worcestershire sauce, which we're gonna give a little bit more. It has thyme in it. It has a little bit of rosemary. Excuse me, not thyme, oregano, rosemary, and black garlic. So it's a combination of all that, as well as these shrimps, which are almost done. Done a little bit ahead of time. So I'm gonna run my mouth some more. Uh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that I've been waiting for, the garlic. No, not the garlic. The seaweed butter. It might scare you a little bit, but it's good. And with this, we just want to kind of let it come together. Just let it come together. Notice, I am not stirring this with the spoon. I'm just kind of shaking the pan. This allows for the butter, natural oils to release. If I was to stir this with a spoon, um, the sauce would kind of fall apart. And again, we're kind of melting with this butter. Let me see if I can get in your face a little bit. Get some marshmallow vision right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming live from Los Angeles, California, in Inglewood. My name is Nigel Henderson. I am a chef, private chef. I host a lot of cooking or culinary events through my company called the Feast.la. Also, I host the Gumbo Pot podcast. You definitely want to check that out. We have a YouTube channel, and we're going to be doing a lot more interviews coming this season. I also teach at a school called the Gourmandie School for Sweet and Savories. If you check them out, they have a ton of recipes. I know everyone these days are making sourdough and whatnot. And Clemence from that school has a couple tutorials to get you right. And let me tell you, the bread at that school, whenever I come in to teach, it's amazing. It's amazing. So, booyah. Again, make sure you guys join the Stimulus fam. You can subscribe to the channel for custom emotes, giveaways, and access. And of course, we appreciate the support. Any contribution that you guys give today is going to a really good cause. Not only it helps the talent that may be a little displaced from the recent happenings, but also for COVID relief. And again, we're social distancing, so the longer we don't do that, the longer we're going to be stuck in the house. And the longer I got to wash all these dishes, but I'm not complaining. All right, boom. Right now, we're getting in the home stretch. Again, ooh, it smells good. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Damn, it smells amazing. It tastes amazing. I wish I could share amazing what I'm going through with you guys. I mean, this flavor right now is ridiculous. Um, it's a beautiful combination of sweet, savory. The other beautiful thing is if you like eating with your hands, you like get a little wet, little sticky, icky. We got the shells on here, so you could suck all that off and get all that juice as well. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot. If you want to donate to the cause that is Nigel Henderson, you can find me on Venmo at Nigel-Henderson. That's Nigel-Henderson. And I'm taking any donations, and they're greatly appreciated. But first and foremost, this is all about COVID relief. But secondary, it's about me, baby. This video and more videos are going to be posted on Stimulus TV on their Twitch channel, but then also at the Gumbo Pot TV on YouTube. we're going to be posting these videos as well and more tutorials. So make sure you subscribe to that. Check in, give us some feedback, and join this movement that is the Gumbo Podcast, TV, and things. All right. We're going to check this bread. Almost there. Uh-oh. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday evening. People been writing grocery lists all day. Okay, all right, Twitch fam, Stimulus fam, if you recreate this recipe, all that I ask is that you tag me and repost the results on your Instagram page or Twitter or Facebook. Again, Nigel with D Knife. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this recipe came out as easy as it did for me, for you guys. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Earlier today, we were getting ready, and we had this Jazz Fest playlist on, and Kermit Ruffins came on. And shout out to Kermit Ruffins. When we were in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, we stumbled in his grandmother's lounge, a little tipsy. Everybody was drunk as hell and damn near about to pass out. But to be honest, it was like 3, 4, 5 in the morning. So good dude. His music is dope. If follow him on Instagram, he has all kind of videos walking up and down the deserted New Orleans French Quarter streets, playing his horn. The man is amazing in his talent. Definitely check him out. Tipitinas, yes indeed. Shout out to Tipitinas. Favorite jazz fest that I have seen, of course, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I saw Snoop one year, but that Snoop is always great. And I laugh at it because they're there every day, every year. But definitely Frankie Beverly and Maze, because we know they're gonna show up. We know the music. We know it's beautiful, and they're gonna show up in their all white outfits. And we know the songs, we know the lineup. But it's just one of the things. It's not Jazz Fest without Frankie Beverly and Maze. So yeah, shout out to them. And yes, Earth, Wind, and Fire, incredible. Definitely incredible. So we're getting close. I don't know if I have enough for a full hour because this came together a lot quicker than I thought. But we're gonna make it do, baby. We're gonna make it do. Let me see. My producer agrees with this flavor. She's gonna come in for a hot second and give me the taste test. Don't trip over anything. Delicious. Like that, huh? All right, 2 stars for me. Yes, indeed. All right. Wish you guys could see it. Oh, definitely Dr. John. Dr. John is the man. I've seen him a couple times and just heard him trying to walk through there. My first Jazz Fest experience actually was working with Dookie Chase, and we catered up in the area, that normal people would watch the horse races. It was pouring rain, like it was monsoon rain, and it was weird to me. I'm a LA boy, and I look out, and there's a ton of people just walking through the rain, listening to the show, unaffected, unbothered. Later on, I learned that that's just what it is, and at Jazz Fest, that's how you're supposed to roll. So, fast forward, my last experience again in the monsoon, had my shrimp boots. For those that know, and yeah, we were out there in the pouring rain. I had a little poncho and I did it. I stayed out there. I had my drink. I had my crawfish bread, and I was listening to something I can't remember, but it was amazing. So that's Jazz Fest. That's my Jazz Fest's first Jazz Fest experience. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, so got this beautiful bread. You can see it. Ooh, is hot. It's gonna burn my hand, so let me put it down really quickly. You always want to make sure you're serving this dish with crusty bread. If you're not doing it with crusty bread, you're doing something wrong. Yeah, shrimp boots. You ever see any of those documentaries with the shrimp boaters or the oyster fishermen? They have boots that go damn near up to their knee, and you'll see people have them on the back of the truck in New Orleans. But that's what it is. We wear those for the rain because it rains quite a bit. I'll take a little swig of mine. Golden Road. Mm-mm-mm. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Breaking out my serrated knife. Let me get a towel because that bread is hot. I don't want to burn myself. So there's a couple things you need to know when going to New Orleans. Everything is better with French bread. Everything is better with butter. But like things like char grilled oysters, barbecue shrimp, you need a vessel in order to sop up all that goodness. And so that's why we had this French bread. And let me explain something to you, ladies and gentlemen. The French bread in New Orleans ain't like the French bread you get here. Totally different. Totally different crumb, totally different flake, all that goodness. All different. So, little knowledge piece for you. Since we're speaking about New Orleans right now, I want to make sure I give a shout out to my people out there. I want to make sure I shout out the Dookie Chase restaurant. And the Dookie Chase family. So if you once everything is done, make sure you check out all of the restaurants by the Dookie Chase family in the new airport. Want to make sure I shout out my Coterie brothers, the Coterie Social Aid and Pleasure Club. We do the damn thing. Want to make sure I shout out Liberty's Kitchen. I used to be the executive chef out there. I want to shout out my family that's out there. All right. I'm using this serrated knife as a saw. Really good for cutting your bread as well as tomatoes, lemons, and limes. You use it like a saw. It allows you to not press down on anything and you're in the game, all right? Boom, boom, boom. Hot bread, hot bread. So we need now is some good olive oil. I tell you, a little bit of salt, give a little Salt Bay action. You don't have to go crazy. It's just bread. Boom, all right. So that's that. We got the bread rocking. We're going to put that to the side. Sweep off this little board situation here. Bow. And now we're going to get the bowl. Let's see. I need a big spoon. I need a big, let's do that. I got a ladle here. That's going to help me. I'm going to grab these shrimp. Oh, I got to make sure I shout out my alma mater, Morehouse College. Thank you for helping me be the man that I am. We're going to make sure we shout out all the HBCUs and all that good shit. Shout out the DJs that are out there. Big shout out to my business partner, DJ Trauma. We do a pop-up called Rhythm and Brunch LA, where he curates the music, I curate the menu, and we have a lot of live performances. One in-house performer is Nonchalant Savant. Check him out; he's really, really dope. Once we get back to going with everything, we're gonna do some more pop-ups. So again, Rhythm and Brunch LA. You can get all that and more if you check me out at thefeast.la. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're coming for you. All right. So that's all that goodness. That's all that beauty. Uh, then we gotta add some greenery. Gotta throw some greenery on that because it's beautiful. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. We gotta get that there. Uh, we got the French bread. Let's see. Can we let me just give it to you real quick. Let's see if we can get closer to the camera. Wish you could smell it. That's barbecued shrimp, New Orleans style. Uh, Again, if you want the recipe, make sure you go to www.thefeastla. And hopefully you can recreate this beauty because it's a beauty. All right. Now, step two, got the bread. Mm, let's see. Mm, mm. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Excuse me as I continue to chew in your face. I'm sorry, Shu. It tastes so good. And I'm glad to make you feed over this dish because, bruh, I wish you could take it. And any of the homies that want some right now, I'm sorry. You can't get with this. I'm keeping it for myself. Maybe next week I'll do a lunch situation. Yes, dinner time definitely starts immediately after this. So there you have it, ladies. Ooh, I didn't try the shrimp yet. Let's see. Ooh, ooh. So this is gonna be like the mukbang section. So if you don't want to hear the sounds, turn it on mute. But mmm, mmm, mmm. Damn, I'm torturing y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Mm, mm. I'm gonna get in trouble. This is so damn good, and it's so easy. Probably about five ingredients. You don't have to do the seaweed butter. If you do garlic butter, hey, that works too. Um, I'm not expecting you to have black garlic, but if you do, you can you can rock with it. I got mine at Trader Jeezy's. It's all right. Make sure you serve it with French bread. My producer's getting angry at me right now. She's like, "Hurry up so we can eat." 2 seconds. mm, Damn, I'm trying to get this bread and this beautiful flavor down so I can talk to you guys. I'm so sorry. I know it's loud, but you and Nigel's mukbang right now. I appreciate Stimulus TV rocking with me. Um, all right, ladies and gentlemen, before I go, thank you guys for checking in with me. Shout out to Stimulus TV. Make sure you follow them on Instagram. Make sure you follow me at Nigel with D Knife. That is D as in dog, knife on Instagram. You can find my website, www.thefeast.la. The recipe for this, also the video that I'm doing now, will be up for you guys. So please try the recipe. And if you do try the recipe, tag me in it and post a picture of it. You might have some special gifts or a special giveaway coming your way if you do so. So please make sure you do that. Also, check out the Gumbo Pot Podcast. My co-host and myself, we interview creatives about the creative process. Definitely, we talk to chefs about the creative process, about their favorite foods and everything that comes into that. Our first season is in the can. We're going into season 1.5, where we check in with some of our guests and see how they're dealing in this time and this crisis. Also, we're expanding on the pivot point, what that is. So make sure you check out that. You can follow that at the Gumbo Pot TV on YouTube. Um, when everything is said and done, if you want to take a cooking class, come to the Gourmandise School in Santa Monica. I teach a bunch of classes. I also teach